What's up, all my folks on YouTube land? Today, platforms, work platforms. Should you get one? I mean, I think you should, but I guess we're gonna go over a couple of these, man, to give you an idea of what the differences are between at least these three, the ones that I use: the Werner, the small gorilla, and the tall gorilla. All right. So, Daryl, also known as Finisher, we're gonna get it in, man, today. So, stay tuned. Now these are the smallest Werner platforms. And by the way, one reason I'm doing these videos, you see your finisher's a big boy, man. I gotta drop some weight. So I figured I'd check these platforms out to see if they're all big boy approved. You know, I gotta use the weight for something. You know what I mean? They gotta benefit somebody. So yeah, we gonna test them to see if they're big boy approved. And you know, this is not gonna turn into the weight loss channel though. It'd just be over time, you might see me shrinking. Anyway, these were the first platforms that I ever bought, and I always buy them in sets of two, because, you know, why not? That'll give you a platform anytime you're painting. These are great for 8-foot ceilings. You can reach, do cut-ins, drywall, you're doing your drywall, whatever you're doing. I use them for, I don't know, I'm putting up curtains and hanging pictures. I use them for everything. So, but these are the smallest ones. Because, you know, that's what's happening sometimes when you're first to market. So these are only, like, they're less than 40 inches long. So I think they're 12 inches wide, but yeah, they're less than 40 inches long. And, but like I said, they're great. They're still good. They serve their purpose. And the way they work, bring this a little closer to the camera. They just got a little mechanism right here now. Of course, as you see mine have all been through something. They all got a story or two. So all my stuff doesn't work right. Some stuff is bent. So these are real world reviews, okay? But works good. All right, but that's it. And then you just lock it back in. So you want to open it, lock it. That's it. I always, when I put it down, put some weight on it, then kick the leg over. So you're not on top of it, and then the leg decides to move on you. It'll do that. It'll walk on you. All these platforms will walk if you don't kick the legs out. All right. Boom. Like I said, there we go. There it is, and there you have it. So you're not gonna get me. I'm not gonna knock on any of these. So just in case, I do like all of these platforms, and I still use them. Sometimes I have a big room. Well, I have all these platforms. I just use all of them, and some other stuff that I got. So, if things taller than 9 foot, I do have scaffolding and things like that. But I'll be showing that at a different time. But yep, the Werner. I think this is the lowest price one they have. It's probably, I think, right around $60. But I'm telling you, Christmas time, they'll be giving these. When I used to work at Lowe's years back, you could get these things 2 for $50, like during Christmas, or 2 for $40, I think. They had them at one time, so it's a nice little gift, man. Do yourself a favor. All right, on to the next one. Now we're gonna go into the Gorilla Slim Fold. Now, I changed to these because when these came out, these were longer, as you see. I mean, they're almost 4 feet. And it just allows you to get to more space. I mean, even though those held me fine, the weight capacity on these is 300 pounds, which is it's a little closer, but like I said, it was really more about it, you know, just that extra, it's like an extra 1.5 feet. And that makes a huge difference when you start tackling some of these rooms. I do a lot of things like crown, where, you know, getting those 12-foot pieces up, and I'm by myself, you know, most of the time. So it just makes it simple for me to be able to put a piece up all the way across. And these are great. The operation on these is just around. Just a little button over here. Push that, releases. You open it. Now, sometimes, you know, like I told you, mine have been through the storm. So you open it. See, mine doesn't click in place out. There it goes. But it clicks in place, and these have a nice little convenient handle to carry them by when they're folded. So, like I said, and look, my driveway's on a slope, so I'm doing this here. But yeah, good stuff, man. Like I said, so real world, you said he worked fine. Like I said, same thing. Disclaimer: just because I could do it, don't mean you could do it. Try at your own risk. All right, on to the next one. Now, this one's the big boy. This one will get you up to 9 feet. So I figured I'd start by showing you how it works. It's hooked in down here. That's how it gets locked in. See this little contraption? And it just opens up, locks right into place, right? Step number one. Now, of course, you need the base to go wider. If you're gonna go higher, you need a wider base. So these feet go out by pushing these little buttons. Step two, and then to adjust the height, I'm gonna just go straight to where you reach 9-foot ceilings, but you can adjust it anywhere along the way. So this is the 9-foot ceiling height, but you see you got 3 more spots where you can, you know, make it a little lower if you need to. And I've done that before. Sometimes I've had to reach something in a garage. You know how sometimes you have a garage with one step, and I can put one side on the step and still get to, maybe I'm drywalling or putting some trim or something over top. These platforms are bigger than the other two as far as the surface. They're about 4.5 feet long and I think about 14 inches wide, which once again is great for being able to get across a room. Like there's rooms that are so like in where I have to have this and turn this one the other way to get in the corner area to make it longer because they're too long to get to fit in a small room next to each other like this, of course. And then I usually use it in conjunction with a step ladder as well. I'll just show you that in a second. But let's see if they're big boy proof, man. Also, now the weight on this one, the weight capacity is supposed to be 375. So, I mean, that's perfect. I mean, that means they were made for me. You know what I mean? But I could do this. Now, I could do that every time I used it, but for what? Like I said, always buy 2. This to get you. This will get you across the room, no problem. But if you use it in conjunction with a step ladder, not only are they easier to get on, you get an extra 3 or 4 feet of ceiling you can reach with that step ladder. Just like that. So if I'm over here, I can reach this whole area. I can reach this whole area too. So what I'm saying is, if you don't have a work platform right now, you done lost your mind, man. I mean, I grab these things, not this one. Now, if I'm doing an 8-foot ceiling, I can lower this and do 8-foot ceiling. But I normally do 8-foot ceilings with the smaller Gorilla just because it's so much lighter. You know, so I usually have them all with me depending on what I'm doing, but I'll grab a platform before I grab a ladder every day of the week. I do ceiling fans using a platform instead of a ladder. So I suggest you get one. When these came out, oh man, I had to drive. I had to go. They didn't sell them at my local Home Depot, so I had to go about an hour away when I first heard about them. And I used them like 2 days later on a paint job. I was in love, man. They're all big boy approved. Get you a work platform as soon as possible, ASAP. Makes your life much easier, all right? I'll be doing some work videos soon. So subscribe, man, follow me. Let's build this movement of real handyman work and tools and like the next level, Handyman 2.0. Stay safe, be blessed.